Orange? Who made the console orange?
Do I look orange?
I didn't touch it.
Orange is not my color.
Not me. Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh, I am just such a huge fan of yours, and now here I am meeting you face to face. Okay, how can I help? I can take notes, get coffee, manage your calendar, walk your dog, carry your things, watch you sleep.
Wow, you have a lot of energy. Maybe you could just stay in one place?
Anything. Just call my name, and I'm here for you.
Okay, love that. And what was your name again?
Oh, I'm sorry. I can get ahead of myself. I'm anxiety. I'm one of Riley's new emotions, and we are just super jazzed to be here. Where can I put my stuff?
What do you mean, we?
Hi, I'm Addie Dawkins. I'm part of the Regis Jesuit Palms program.
My name is Tate. I mainly do theater here at RJ and theater adjacent things. And I got involved because my VL leader last year on freshman Compass Day was involved in theater a lot. So that was kind of the starting point of it. And then it kind of snowballed off of that. So,
I'm William Thomas. Main thing I did here was soccer. I've been doing soccer all my life, and I just can't. I wanted to do high school soccer, and I went to the tryouts. I went to the summer camp. There, had a lot of fun, and joined the soccer team. Yeah.
My name's Ava Madden. I did Sources of Strength. That was something that I was selected for, though. So I went to a couple meetings over the course of like a year. That was pretty cool. Got to set up some like stuff throughout the year for like mindfulness, mental health, which was pretty cool. Also did Regis girls soccer, which was pretty cool. That's how I made a bunch of friends. Some of them are now my teammates on my actual club team, so that was pretty cool. So, yeah.
I'm Erica Mitsuoka. I am a swimmer for Regis Swim and Dive. I joined because of my siblings, and I just had a lot of connections there. It was really fun. They taught us all like their different traditions, and I'm excited to pass that on.
I am Carter Ferris, and I played basketball and tennis at Regis. Most of them, I played them my whole life, those sports, and just thought it'd be a great way to make friends and keep playing at Regis. So I started to play them the whole time.
Hi, my name is Jack Tonkin. I played soccer and ran track for Regis. I was also part of the FBLA club at Regis.
My name is Grace, and one thing I do, I'm a part of the Sources of Strength Club, so we usually help out with events like Mission Week and other things like that.
Hi, my name is Winta Tsfosky, and I'm also in the Sources of Strength team, and I really love that team as well as Black Student Union. It was really fun.
My name is Liam O'Shaughnessy. The ways that I got involved at Regis is I was in the basketball team, and I was a part of the lacrosse team, and I'm also starting a club with my friend.
My favorite part of freshman year was actually meeting like all my friends. Like I didn't know a lot of people when I came, just the people I went to school with, and we weren't that close. But then I met a lot of new friends, like Winta. I didn't know her before this year, so that's like one of the coolest things.
Same. Yeah, I really loved meeting new people, and also like my freshman retreat was like my favorite part. So I really loved that.
I really liked freshman retreat. I really liked just hanging out with my friends. I liked hanging out during academic support. Yeah, and I liked the sports that I played in. I just thought they had really good programs.
I think definitely freshman retreat was high up there on that list. Just had a lot of fun, and I won't spoil it.
Yeah, I had a great time during basketball and actually both of my sports seasons. I think especially playing tennis in the fall, made a lot of brand new friends and met a lot of new people. It was very fun. And just kind of like your first time playing a sport, like representing Regis, is much more fun than before.
I think those extracurriculars and clubs were really, really fun, and a few classes, like favorite teachers, and going through school. And it's a very different experience than middle school, obviously, and it's a lot of fun. So
Probably, I enjoyed freshman retreat. I was just hanging out with friends. You know, it's a different atmosphere being at school and not actually doing work. I also enjoyed the freshman run-in. That was the first time I went to a football game, and I got to hang out with friends. That was a lot of fun as well. And then I also really enjoyed playing with soccer. I had a lot of fun in soccer program. Soccer program was excellent.
Love freshman retreat. That was really fun. That was just like a good time to like bond with a bunch of people, get to know some of like the girls in my group a little bit better. Also love Diversity Day. Awesome food. It was really fun. And then yeah, just the start of the Regis girls soccer season. That was really fun. We just made a bunch of bonds, did a bunch of things together, got to play the sport that we love, so that was awesome.
I didn't know anyone here, and it was just I had to find people. That was kind of the hardest part. I did academically, I think I did all right, and then it was just the first month. I had to find people who I enjoyed. I didn't know anyone, but after that, it got so much better. It was just meeting people.
I would say some of the hardest parts about freshman year were just adjusting to like switching classes, managing homework and sports. Like for me, it was being responsible and utilizing that time after school to do my homework, and so that I wouldn't come home with a bunch of homework. And I would say after I figured that out, it was pretty easy.
I think it's that initial routine that you have to get into for the new work that you're getting, and sometimes it's hard that first week to find a good group.
Probably the first finals. The first finals, I was just unprepared. I'd never done a final before, but the second one came easier. But it's just a lot of studying. It's a lot of staying up late.
I put too much weight on myself thinking that most of the classes would be hard, and that like the way I was told to prepare, I prepared a little too hard, so I didn't get to like kind of enjoy some of my classes. But when second semester came around, it was a little better.
For me, I'd say like adapting to a new environment. Like high school is really different from where you come from, like middle school. So that was like definitely the hardest part. Yeah.
First finals, those were really kind of just like a shocker. Like I knew how to set up for it, and I had some support from my parents, but that was a little difficult. Just like learning how to do it for the first time. My mom was like on me all the time about being super organized. And I mean, I'm already a pretty organized person, but she was definitely helping me to make sure that I had all that stuff ready so that I would be set up for success, and that was pretty helpful.
My parents, they drove me wherever I needed to go, made sure I got everywhere on time. They also made sure I was studying and doing my homework on time, which meant like talking to me, making a schedule, even with like club practices. So like I would have quiet times and just, wouldn't be too stressed.
Helping me when I was working late into the night, like they'd bring me stuff, they'd help me out, they'd do homework with me, and they like didn't get mad at me for my grades. Like they just thought that they just hoped that I'd pull through and helped me to pull through. So.
Kind of like helping me get to places. I was doing a lot of soccer. I was going all over the place. They were, willing to drive me there and whatnot. Also, if I was just struggling with the assignment, they were able to guide me in the right direction.
My mom told me to really just be myself, because you have to be yourself so people can get to know you, and that really helps, so everyone gets to got to meet a side of me that I didn't know I had.
For me, my parents helped me really in like giving me advice. Like my dad was like my best advisor, so I really took everything he said to heart, and that was really helpful.
I think sometimes I would be fine to go home and just finish my homework, but then when my parents ask me to and like are telling me to do that, it becomes more of a task than a choice, and it becomes overbearing to think of it as a task like that or a chore instead of if you were already feeling like you were going to do your homework.
I don't really have too much tension. I guess I have two other siblings, and my parents are driving them all around when we're doing all our activities, and there's a little bit of tension if I had to go, 30 minutes or 45 minutes in another direction. I have to go across the city. But other than that, I think I did nothing really.
Well, my parents, I thought that it was kind of hard to like balance being like older and having your parents understand like now you're in high school, you're older, you have much more freedom than you used to, and just kind of like balancing that with them.
I think one way I fell into tension with my parents was when they like don't understand the whole like grading system, and sometimes teachers are late putting in grades, and sometimes that can create some tension because like you might have a short time, like you might have to get a bad grade in something, and it might just be like a certain scenario where you're working your hardest, and just sometimes my parents like would only see the grade and not what would like go into putting into
Doing my studying, also having to manage that with like my club soccer, or them like always being like, hey, do you have this done? Are you able to go to practice? Maybe you should be studying more. And it's just like, you've given me the tools, I kind of know how to do it, so like just back off just a little bit. I got this, I'm okay, I can do it. So that was just like a little bit, they were a little overbearing sometimes, but not too much.
Sometimes they would like freak out over some things I had done like a while ago, and I'd have to like remind them that I'm starting to learn how to do things on my own.
For me, where I felt tension with my parents was in their lack of understanding, like with mental health especially. Like they don't really understand the concept of like getting burnt out or like getting tired mentally, so that kind of got between us.
At least from like middle school, of having like no counseling office and like no real like talking about mental health, or even like the ability to like change classes was never really an option. I think that coming into Regis is very different and very helpful. Just even like knowing you have the opportunity to talk about mental health with somebody, even if you don't use it, is helpful.
Yeah, I'd definitely say like coming from someone with no counseling, just having that extra guide or kind of mentor in school is just really helpful. Even if you don't meet with them that much, it's still just an opportunity there for the questions you got.
The counseling offices are great. They're always very supportive. There's always snacks, and there's always like programs if you need help, if you just need to take a breather in the middle of the day. I remember I came in a few times at lunch when I was struggling with classes or friendships or something dramatic had happened, and they've always been there and always been very supportive.
My counselor is great, and everyone in there is as well. You can make friends with the counselors and other teachers that work there and are helpful to you, and they listen. They don't, that's literally what they do. That's their job. They listen to you, you talk, and so it's not stressful.
Just a nice, safe, comfortable space to just like hang out. Don't be afraid to go in. It might be a little intimidating, or you feel like you don't have to go in, but everybody's super nice. Counselors are super nice. The people that you hang out with in the counselor's office is awesome. It's a comfortable space. You've got toys, cards, just like things to relax. So don't be scared. It's okay.
It was pretty helpful, especially if you want to like switch classes or you're like really struggling with something. Counseling really helped me with that. So.
The counseling office has been a big help. Actually, my counselor, I've been able to talk to him, and he helps me with my classes, helps me on a personal level, how I'm feeling, if I'm feeling a little stressed. During finals, he really came up to me. He's like, what classes do you feel you're prepared for and what you're not for? And he talked me through it, and it was really nice of him.
For me, the counseling office was like a really, really big support freshman year, like, because I went through like a lot of stuff, like in academics and other stuff, friendships and everything. And like, I just felt heard and understood when I came to the counseling office. So it was like really supportive and a nice environment.
I would say be open to help and help your student. They're not going to. I don't think they're going to ask you for help, and so you should make sure that you make yourself available to them and offer a hand because it really does. Your help really does help your children.
Uh, Obviously, just like be there for your kids, check in with them. They're probably in their teenage years, they're gonna be like, no, leave me alone. But it's good to just like check in with them, but also let them become the young adults that they're like going into, the steps that they're taking to become independent. It's gonna be a little scary at first, but they've got it. Trust them, they got it.
They definitely make sure to communicate so your kid's not trying to get somewhere but they didn't tell you and now you're freaking out. Just like make sure you're up to date with everything they're doing, but don't be up in their space. Like trust them at times. Like trust that they know what they're doing.
I would say to just kind of let your kids get through it. Let them control themselves. Because especially now with like Canvas, you can see everything. So it's like you kind of just got to let them figure it out for themselves.
Really kind of like try to understand where your kids are on a personal level because pressuring them won't help because then they're going to pull further away from you and you want them to talk to you about what's going on at school.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like just make your kids like feel comfortable enough that they like come and talk to you, like make them feel understood and like just heard because like you just never know what they're going through. Like they don't tell you everything, you know. So just be there for your kids and just appreciate them on the daily basis.
Enjoy it because it goes really fast so far.
I would say like really stretch yourself to try and do things that you don't want to do. Like if you don't want to go like hang out with some group or go to the football game or the basketball game, just get yourself there because you'll enjoy it and you'll want to have been there and you'll see if you like it.
The day that you're assigned homework, do it. That was the advice I was given. I did it, helped me a lot. Putting it off till the next day when it's actually due, it just puts too much stress on you. Then you know that you have other homework from that day and it just piles up and it gets to be a little bit too much. So just as annoying as it may be, just do it the first day, get it done with, don't worry about it. Use a planner. For sure, it's going to be annoying to write stuff down, but find a way to manage your schedule so that you know what homework you have to get done. Make sure that it is done, like put a little check mark by it. That's problems that I had towards the end of the year not using a planner. So that helped me.
I would definitely do the work as soon as you can get it done. Like, don't put it off, don't procrastinate. That sounds really hard, but it's probably the biggest thing in high school. And I also would make a lot of lists because just checking things off is like it like encourages you to keep going and finish what you started. And I just don't be scared to ask for help. The teachers here are really nice. They'll be willing to help you stay after class.
Yeah. Also, friends. Just make study groups with your friends. Those are so much fun.
Do the homework the night you get it. You don't want to get caught behind. And then also stay off your phone while you're doing your homework. If you're on your phone, it derails the entire thing, which happened to me during finals.
It is 100% possible to balance everything you want to do here at Regis, especially in your freshman year. And your schedule will come to you so much easier than it did in previous years of school and class because it's a totally different experience and it's more, even though it's more like pressure, it's kind of helpful in a way.
I would say like repetitive studying. I know a lot of people like to study like the night before a test or something. I would say study 20 or 30 minutes like 4 days in advance. I know that seems like way too much, but it makes it easier and you get to see the topic more than once, and I think that's a lot. But it helps you in studying, and then stay focused and prioritize which points you need and which points are not as valuable when it gets tight.
Be prepared very well when it comes to quizzes or tests. Quizzes may be small, but there's a lot of information in them, and when you pass them, it really helps you realize that it's going to be the same on the test with just a little bit more information behind it.
For me, I'd say do not procrastinate. Like I've done that a lot. Don't say I have 2 weeks, I have a month. Like just do your work. So it'll just help you stay on top of everything if you do not procrastinate.
I would say take classes that you like taking, especially especially for electives, but also like don't be putting yourself in an honors class of a class that you hate doing. It's just you're just not going to like it, and you're not going to get a good grade in the class because you're going to dread going to it every day.
Try to get your homework in early, because I definitely struggled with that, but like the sooner you get it done, then you have more time to just like hang out, and you're more stress free and you're more focused into what you're learning when you get your homework done early.
Really venture out and meet new people, because you don't want to stay in your one bubble, because then you're going to miss a lot and you're not going to get to meet as many people, because there's a lot of people in the freshman class, so you want to have an opportunity to meet at least a lot of them.
So number one, I'd say stay on top of your work. Number two, like Grace said, like leave your comfort zone and just go out. You never know where you're meant to be or who you're meant to meet. So just really be out there and yeah, just be ready for everything.
Make a bunch of friends. Just like meet people, talk to people. You might feel like it's a little awkward. Just talk to people. They're gonna be nice. They're good people. Talk to your teachers. See how they can like help you. Get to know them. Right? You don't have to be best friends with your teacher, but like just be nice to them. They'll be nice to you. Again, get your homework done early. Yeah, don't forget about your relationship with your parents, though. That's important too.
Don't be scared of the upperclassmen. They're all super sweet. They're all just trying to finish the school year like you, so they're always willing to help. And I just say reach out to as many people as you can.
I say you can totally make great relationships with the teachers and students and peers that you're with. And I think if you create that nice environment, they're going to be so much more lenient with you. Class is going to be 10 times more enjoyable, and everyone around you is going to be, you're going to feel mostly comfortable with almost everyone around you. And I think that's really, really important in a classroom setting that can become stressful.
I think I would say the biggest thing is to get involved, do a club or do a sport. I think that helps a lot in getting to know people. I'd also say make a good first impression of your teachers. It helps with the rest of the year. First impression is very important.
Like go out and meet people. Don't afraid to meet new people, and don't be afraid to like go out of your comfort zone, because there's so many people in your class and you're going to find people that just love you and want to be around you no matter what.